Walmart and Karen. You can't have one without the other. It's like the eternal circle that will forever continue on. You can't have a day in Walmart without a Karen asking for the manager or screaming at some random employee for doing absolutely nothing wrong or maybe slightly messing up in some minimal small mistake. Welcome to Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things. Let's get into the clips. By the way, thank you for 10,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. Let's get into them. This Karen had a few issues with the cashier that was serving her, so she huffed and puffed and blew her way out of this Walmart store, but also attempted to get an apology beforehand.
Every time I come here, 20 minutes to get my check out for this little you.
Man, please,
This
just
is my store
Man,
that is in my
leave.
neighborhood. Don't
Leave.
talk to me like that.
Leave. Bye.
Really? Oh, really?
Everybody wants you to leave.
Oh, I suppose she's probably the jerk I just checked out on.
Ma'am, if you don't like our store, please don't come back. Exactly. Please do not. You cannot do that. You cannot.
Really? I can be talked to the way I was by the
No, you
cashier.
cannot. You
By the
cannot talk
cashier.
to my cashier
You know what?
like that.
I want her to come over here and apologize.
She's not going to.
Well,
She is
You
not
know
going
what?
to trust you're only making this. You should
really.
Eric, can you come?
You know what? I'm making a scene because I was treated like an ingrate. Nobody talks to me like that in line.
I apologize to you on behalf of her, and you should be good. You were leaving, and you really wanted to make a scene over here.
No, I didn't want it.
I'll call
You know
the,
what?
I'll call the police.
She
to have her
approached
moved.
me.
I'll
She
call the
approached me. She's got no business talking to me.
I'll call the police.
Oh, yeah, like they're going to do anything.
Yeah, like they'll do anything. I mean, if you're still in the store when the police get there, yeah, they'll definitely do something because they've asked you to leave multiple times now. And if you're still there refusing to leave when the police show up, then yeah, you're trespassing. It is really that simple. There's nothing much more to it. Also, love that guy in the background that's went da 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 da. Love you, mate. You're a great one. Here we have Karen v. Karen, the ultimate showdown. Which Karen's gonna Karen the most? Well, I suppose one of them isn't really a Karen. They've just been roped in to get involved in this argument because someone else started it. But still, it sounds more fun when I put it as a Karen v. Karen, doesn't it not?
Here I am, man, in my f***ing business, and you're getting all funny on me.
We got babies over there, man.
Yeah? You don't
You
like
were
cigars,
statement
man?
when you came from the house.
Oh, I see. And what gives you the right to
Yeah,
talk to me
everybody
like
trying to
that?
go
Like
TikTok crazy. Y'all funny.
what? Like I have a bunch of cigars and I need to be able to buy something from the electronic
You
store?
don't smell like no cigars, baby.
Oh, yeah?
You smell like
You guys think this is so funny on your phone cameras? But I'll tell you
record
something.
me.
I'll tell
I'm
you
getting
something.
up on you.
At Walmart, and I'm a former employee of Walmart, this would not fly at Watts. And
what?
you should kick her out and trespass her.
Trespassing.
5930325.
Check me out.
I got $0 until I can find something about it. Okay?
I got the deals on the phone. Come to me in the back. I got the deals on the phone. I got iPhone 14, $43. iPhones, Galaxy.
You guys work at Walmart? I used to.
I'm disabled.
Yeah?
And you're f***ing with me.
I ain't
You look like that.
f***ing on me. What's your problem?
You the problem today.
I'm minding my business.
You
Where the
f***ing out of school today. Where do I work?
You guys you have you should be trespassing. I'll tell you something. Because I'm doing all my electronics.
You want money from you? I got my next one. I'm looking for a new
Wonderful.
You the case. You
Somebody
somebody a mental. They should lock you up.
Look who's talking.
Oh,
You're a boss of it with no kids.
you study that.
All right, so you guys should be called security. I'm telling you that I used to work electronics at the work. Lots of
You
stores.
giving me a headache.
As long as nothing gets physical, it's always funny watching two people just argue amongst each other over the most ridiculously stupid things. Like the most inconsequential things that the moment you move on and leave the store, ultimately you will never care about ever again unless someone else brings it up. Then you might care about it. But beforehand, you wouldn't have. And this is one of those things where ultimately, whatever happened beforehand is just something that ultimately no one should have cared anywhere near as much about. But no, we got this argument instead, and everyone else recording and laughing at it because it is quite stupid. Well, this is completely stupid after all. Here we watch in awe as a Karen finally gets their just deserves and deals with what we call karma, and she has a very interesting way with coping about the situation.
Let me see just one last one from the front. Let's get out of here.
If you say something enough times, that must mean it's true, right? That's how that works, isn't it? That's just how the stupid people think. Like, if you say the same thing enough times and yell it increasingly louder each and every time, surely that must manifest it to become extremely true. Yeah, no. Clearly not happening in this situation. And of course, she's just casually just being there, resisting arrest as much as she can. It looks like at the end there, the police have managed to get her to turn over and might finally cuff her. Might. We don't know. Still, funny nevertheless. This bit here go through the self-serve checkout. They do end up printing a receipt, but anyway, as they're leaving, they don't bother to show the receipt to the Walmart person at the door. He's not happy with that. Ultimately, police are called, and then this thing in this section ensues.
Yes, you are. You sure the are.
You're not detaining me, touch my Get out of my way.
I'm not getting out
Yes,
of the way.
you are. Really, get out of my way.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch my
This
girl,
merchandise, I don't know if it's paid
I
for.
paid for it.
Call 911. I don't give a He's a police officer off
So you
duty.
Hey, so
Off
you
duty.
interfere with my investigation right now?
Man, I know
Nobody's
the first
in
thing
there.
laws,
Put your
buddy.
hand behind your back.
Don't touch me.
All right.
Don't touch me, bro.
I'm recorded all, baby. Don't worry. I'm recorded all.
You don't get lost, buddy, because I paid for all my It's right here.
It's on the counters that we check receipts.
It doesn't matter. This isn't saying
Then why do you have the option? Why the f do you have the option on your self-checkout to get an email or print the receipt? Why do you have that option? Why do you have that option? I'm the motherfucking manager. Why do you have the option?
accusing me of stealing this. Yes, you are. I checked it.
Why do you have the option
Everybody see this? I have a
on
receipt right
self-checkout?
here. I paid for my
It's all
items.
paid for.
I paid for my items.
3 seconds.
I paid for my items. You see what they're doing here? I paid for it.
On the
This isn't
register.
Sam's Club. I'm a member of Sam's Club. It's right here in my hand.
So how do you want to handle this?
Take the receipt.
So show me the receipt. How about
It's
that?
in my motherfucking
Show it to me
hand.
like a man.
He is your. Who the f are you talking to like that?
No, I'm not
Just
under arrest,
because.
buddy.
How do you want to handle this?
I'm
Who the f do you think you're talking to?
What's your name and rank?
Who do you think you're calling a
Can you see it?
man?
Officer Norrington, I'm letting you see it.
Believe
Right there
me,
in the
I'm
front.
seeing
Look at
it.
the receipt in my hand for
It's
the
gonna be on
15 cents.
Facebook, everywhere on Facebook.
We ain't got to do this.
It's on the cash register that we check receipts.
Okay, then why on your self-checkout do you give me the option to print my receipt or email it? Why is that an option?
Show me your receipt like a man. Do you not see the coffee cup that's in the same hand as the damn receipt? Mate, are you blind, stupid, or dumb? No. Actually, no. What was actually happening here is this police officer was baiting him into doing something that he can actually charge him for. Because he knew that he can't show him the receipt because right now the officer's holding down one of his two hands and he's got the coffee and a receipt in the other hand. There's really only one solution to this problem. Drop the cup and hope you don't lose the receipt as well, or throw the cup at the police officer because he's being a complete and utter asshat. That's probably what he's thinking. He doesn't want to do it the reasonable way. Even though the guy's showing the receipt in his hand, he's just holding a coffee cup as well, and the police officer just can't be stuffed grabbing the receipt and actually looking at it himself. No. The person who owns the receipt must show him the receipt the way he wants to be shown the receipt. He can't just take it for himself and look at it. He just, what a dick. I hope you sued him and got some fat stacks of cash out of this situation. Here we watch as a guy quite possibly gets arrested for something they didn't do. Don't have the proof for that one, but that's just what the story is for this one. Anyhow, the security guard's not exactly happy with the friend of the guy being arrested, filming the situation outside.
Yeah, no, I'm in the air. Yeah, no, I absolutely can. No, shut the up.
Hey, you're a coach, right? Can he videotape on property?
I'm asking you to leave.
Heard. Yeah.
Are you with him?
Yeah.
Is this your stuff?
No, that's my stuff. The receipt's in the bag. I just told him that it was against the law for him to check my receipt.
And I was asking if maybe together.
I know, I got you. Like I said, my stuff is in there paid for.
You need to go. You need to go.
Do you know the consent laws of filming? So,
You do not have my consent to videotape me. You need to leave.
It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, it does.
No, you're in public.
It's private property.
No, it don't matter.
You go to jail too.
Oh, yeah?
yeah, management's asking you to leave, bro. It's private property.
Yeah,
You
this
gotta ask
private
you to
property,
leave.
bro. You gotta go, dude.
Dude, I'm asking you nicely. You're gonna get apprehended like this guy. Is that what you want?
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Are you
100%.
gonna do it?
Yes, sir. 100%.
From my understanding of the First Amendment, because they're out in a... the car park is technically private property, but it's visible from a public space, which is just there. Like, in theory, he can go to the footpath next to the road, zoom in, and still record you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. But it's just like, now it's an issue because he's closer. Like, in my opinion, from what I've grown to understand, that this is just one of those things where there's really nothing they can do. Like, yeah, inside of the building of Walmart, they can kick you out and then can get you in trouble for trespassing afterwards if they're not happy with your filming. But again, they can't stop you from filming, and they can't force you to delete the video itself. They can just say, no, you can't be on this property. That's how that works. At least in America, and at least from what I can gather from reading up on the laws and bits and pieces like that, as well as what people have said in the comments in the past. Here we have an angry old Karen in the Walmart who does not like a certain person, so she decides to be a complete and utter ass towards her.
You need to get out of my face.
Shut up. Shut up.
Why am I a bitch? Took my shirt? Because you're mad about it?
I never known about your show.
Oh, yeah, you did. You said ugly outfit. I know what you're talking
I never said ugly outfit. I called you ugly.
You said rude outfit. That's what you said. You don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Shut up. I'll take you outside. Shut up.
What are you going to do?
I'll take you outside and beat the crap out of you.
Oh, really?
Shut up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you call me your grandma. I'll put your little butt down there and mash you just not.
Get out of my face.
You get out of my
Don't
face.
touch me. Back up.
Don't
Back
touch
up.
me. You
Back
don't
up.
tell me to back up.
Get out of my face.
Shut up. You shut your mouth.
Alright.
Or you gonna get it smashed.
You think I'm scared of you?
Okay.
You think I'm scared of you?
Back up.
You shut up.
Come on, she's sticky.
You ain't got no respect for nobody.
I don't care. I don't have to respect you. Look at how you're talking to me.
You don't deserve any respect.
And you don't respect anybody. Shut the ma'am. You clearly don't respect her either. And it's like, oh, but she treated me horribly first. Isn't the saying go, treat people how you would like to be treated? Isn't that what this is? If you want to be respected by someone, then you should give them the bare minimum of respect as well. Isn't that how this goes? It's a two-way street, bro. You gotta walk the way for people to walk it with you. It's a two-way street. There isn't just like people have to respect you just because you're older and then you don't have to give a crap back. No. If you want to respect, you've got to give it. And then threatening to assault someone because they're not exactly submitting to what you're saying is just worse. Like, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Maybe all the above. Here we have a guy who makes a very interesting comment about someone who's unable to speak English properly. Here's the clip.
Yeah, you should be shaken. And when someone doesn't speak English and we can't communicate in Los Angeles, guess what happens? Honest. People die. people go bye-bye.
Bro, he's like walking up on us and stuff.
Oh,
He actually has gotten to my
seriously?
face
Now
quite
you're
a few
gonna
times.
lie?
No, I'm not.
I have it on camera.
Don't call her a liar.
Hey,
Don't call her a liar.
are you on
Don't call her a liar. Who are you?
Let's just.
Are you police?
Don't worry about it.
Are you military?
Don't worry
I'm
about it.
I'm retired fire police officer.
Sir, can I have you go
And I'm MMA trained. So you really want to go there?
Yeah, I will not.
Seriously?
I got some hands on you, homeboy.
Oh boy, howdy. You ever heard of Chuck Liddell? We train guys like that. How about Conor McGregor? Get away from me. Get the f away from me.
Man, I'll f you up.
You want seriously? You're talking to LA's finest, pal. I said you're talking to LA's finest,
I'm calling down.
not Omaha. And this ain't Podunk, Iowa. Get that guy away from me. He probably has a gang background based on those tattoos.
Aryan Brotherhood. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Let's go. God bless you anyway.
Thanks for your
Jesus
service.
died on the cross for you.
Thanks for your service.
I said he died. Now we're talking. I said, now we're talking. But you need to stay away from me. Because you don't know. Because we're in baggy clothes. But this is 200 pounds of armory. Get away from me.
You know, I thought for a moment there he was about to go primal. He was about to release his inner caveman and go uber booger on our asses. Like, that's just what the escalation kept going up and up and up. And look, I think I should make this clear. I understand that America has a very heavy tendency to treat their veterans like absolute hot garbage. So there would probably be some real genuine frustration of just life as a whole if he's a genuine veteran. But hey, one thing he's got, he is LA's finest. LA's finest asshole. Oh yeah, that comment starts saying that, oh, when two people can't speak this, like if you can't speak English and I can't understand you, that's where people die. It's like, what the hell is that supposed to mean, man? Is that some form of death? Like, what do you try to mean behind that language? Just because she doesn't quite perfectly understand it or doesn't speak perfect English doesn't mean people are gonna die over that. That's dumb. Here we at Karen Crazy at Karen Crazy's favorite Walmart being Karen Crazy Crazy. I don't know, I'm just saying a bunch of random words. Here's a clip.
Huh? I steal this shit, huh? This right here. This shit right here. I steal that shit. Right? That's how you are, motherfucking American, right?
Yes, I am.
steal that shit. I take that shit. I'm coming in this to get my motherfucking money back. You can't where we all go. This is what I stand for, right? Stealing this shit. Stealing this shit, right? I can give y'all shit, right? I'll pay my motherfucking money. So let's go, bro. That's what it is. Yeah.
Hey, we need
I'm standing right with this shit. I'm standing right with what is it? No. What is it? What I steal from you guys, huh? What the I got from you guys? I'm right ass saying it right now. What I steal from you guys? Show me what I steal from you guys, huh? Ain't here. Ain't hiding in my teeth. Yeah, I walk up in this store with 3
I got it.
and I'm automatically stealing. I'm automatically stealing. Bitch, let's go. Let's go, my nigga. What I steal. Then what's the motherfucking problem? Then what's the motherfucking problem? We're back here run up in this bitch. Take all y'all shit all day and then I'm ready for my yeah, tell him. But yeah, this right here, right now. Right now, this right here, right now. Real talk. These bitches. Don't touch me.
Hey, no.
What's up? Let's talk it. Let's talk it.
I can see you. I'm sitting here right now.
It's coming up in the store. Let's talk about the coming up in the store.
No, we do not know her at all. She just said, all right. Yeah, she touched me in the system.
I'm recording it. She acting. Please.
You're either high on drugs or drunk, or maybe a mixture of both of them. Either way, you're flat out bat crap crazy. It's some wild shenanigans going on at this Walmart, with this person absolutely losing her mind. I don't know. I don't get people who are like this, especially just taking random crap and throwing it around. Like, obviously, something happened prior to the actual clip itself to lead to what actually happened in the clip. But what that will be, we'll never know. We'll never know, will we? Here we got a Karen who's a bit too impatient, so she decides to take the handicapped line in Walmart, and where she gets queried about why she's doing that, rather than explaining and potentially having an actual valid reason for using it, she decides to take the insult the person route. Yeah, of course they did.
Even kids were smart enough to point it out. You guys were smart enough to get it. I know. I didn't know I was in the handicap line. I'm sorry.
You know what? Really? You need to make her leave because she is harassing us. She's saying, what are you carrying in pipe? I mean, she's absolutely out of control.
Yeah.
Lena? I am very impatient at this point.
Can I get a Lori? Come
Spent about 40 minutes ringing up their cheap little coupons.
Because we're so broke and so fat and eating all this food. So.
That's right.
Yeah, she actually
and she's
should
a
be
Mormon. She's a Mormon. Yeah. Because we're so broke and we're so fat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so uneducated. And
Do you need eyes to see that, or does a mirror reflect the same thing to you? I don't think you need eyesight. I think it,
sure.
Walton could see it if they had soda.
Because we're ringing up coupons.
Do you know how long we've been here waiting for your groceries?
Choose a different line then.
Yeah, I know.
That's simple.
Leave it alone. This is going on YouTube. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Oh yeah, I can make anything viral.
Ask these people how long they waited. Did you wait a pretty long time for these ladies? Thank you. Way before us, dude.
The ignorance that's in Walmart.
Boy, they waited so
Great.
long. So the Save-A-Lot couple.
This is absolutely hilarious.
Thank you very much.
Francine, just leave her alone. She is ignorant. Please relax.
It's not a matter of someone taking over. She needs to be removed.
I think it should be said, not all handicaps are visible. She might have an invisible handicap, but when you get queried about that, and your choices and your option to what you choose to do in that situation is to just verbally insult the person querying you a question, is just not how I would proceed to do this type of thing. I don't know, it makes you come off like you're genuinely don't have any form of issue at all, and you're just being there because you're a bitch. And hey, that might have actually been the case in the situation, or you might have genuinely needed the handicap line for one reason or another. Either way, you're an idiot. Learn to be nice. So, this couple here, his wife is handicapped, but unfortunately she is a bit too light, so the mobility scooter tends to have a few issues with her because she's not heavy enough to properly activate certain mechanics in the seat itself. So, he sits on it, she sits on top of him so that they can actually make use of the mobility scooter. Anyway, they're shopping, and on their way out, one of the Walmart employees decided to point out, like, hey, you can only have one person on it. It says only one person on the seat, and then when he points out why he was on the seat with her, she decides to have a very interesting response to it. Here's a clip.
Sit there and tell me handicapped people don't matter? Is that what you just said to me? Huh? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You sat there and said that handicapped people don't matter because I was riding on that, right? Correct? What did you say? What did you say?
I said
you said handicapped people.
I said that the chair specifically says one
right.
person. That's what
Specifically, and what did I tell you? My wife is too small to sit there and control that, so that's why I'm on there. And you sat there and said you don't matter. The kid, yeah, yeah.
I've asked for a manager and she's refusing to give me one.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got cameras. You can see that reaction. That's ridiculous.
Very rude. Very rude and unprofessional.
I'm like shaking when she sat there and said that my wife doesn't matter and she don't care about her being handicapped. We got a problem. What happened? I rolled up on here. I was sitting on this. Okay, my wife is her weight is too small. This thing won't go. Keep stopping this net. So I sat on it. She sat on my lap. We did our shopping. We come in rolling through here, okay? And she sat there and looked at me. She goes, oh, only one person is allowed on it. It says only one person. Well, I'm sorry. I explained to her that my wife you know, is handicapped and she's small and it doesn't move. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Only one person is allowed on there.
Are you still recording?
Yes. Would you, you know? So then I proceeded to tell her what we did, you know, why I'm on there, and she doesn't care. And I said, my wife's handicapped. You're telling me I don't care. As soon as I said, my wife's handicapped, I don't care. And then when we asked for a manager, she refused to call a manager up.
3 times.
All right, we'll take care of it, man. I'm sorry about that.
I'm literally shaking right now. And here's the thing, I come here all the time. I see kids running around here playing on these things, okay? And that's kind of upsetting, but never once do I ever see a associate walking up and saying something to them, you know?
I'm going to tell you, my father is store manager at Walmart locally. I've never had a problem like this, and that's considered discrimination.
Yeah,
I'm parked in handicap. If you don't believe me that I'm handicapped, I got a handicap sticker.
I believe you.
Very, very rude.
So, Tanya, how much is your bill?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pay him out for it. Sorry about that, man. Okay.
Look, I'm not one to automatically assume the worst of people. Like, when I first started watching this, I thought that maybe she didn't say that directly, that she didn't care, that or doesn't matter, or something along those lines. Like, maybe that's just the guy over-exaggerating it for the video. But the more the story goes on, and then seeing the other employees' reactions to it, it seems like either A, they're just trying to avoid having the situation go any further, or B, they've had issues with this employee before on a similar caliber that they are just willing to go, yep, okay, cool, what happened, okay, sorry about that, and then move on. Like, I don't know, it puts me to question on what actually happened prior to this clip and how true is the story from the person behind the camera, because from what I can tell, there seems to be very heavy weight of validity to it. I don't know, or don't personally think that she would have directly said doesn't matter if your wife's handicapped, but the connotation to how she responded to or something the guy might have said probably heavily implied that, and that's not exactly the brightest thing to do. Here we watch as for one reason or another this person is extremely unhappy with their experience at Walmart, so they decide to start yelling at the staff members, thinking that the louder they yell, the more successful whatever they're doing is going to be.
Let me. Okay.
Yes, this shit is like harassment. All we know about I'm paying for these motherfucking water. I'm paying for these dogs. He just checked. This and then you're separating all my shit already paid for. But I'll see you at the light back. Look, and this is straight discrimination. I'm like, what I can pay. But I'm tired. I'm going to be there. It's discrimination. Now don't do the white people, man. Don't do any other race, man. You show ass good players.
Scream and shout and let it all out, but can you shut the fuck up when it's over? When it's all said and done, maybe learn to just get a zip, stitch it to your lips, and then close it. You might find that you have a much more enjoyable life when you aren't screaming at every other person who does something. Like, what in the world even happened here to cause you to be this loud over something? Like, is it just you being like, oh, yep, if I'm loud enough, they'll listen to me, right? Or is this you genuinely, like, what even happened here to get here in the first place? Here we have a Walmart employee who decides it's a great idea to stop a guy who's using a mobility scooter, who's brought some alcohol, yada, yada, yada. She decides to stop him because A, she doesn't think that he should be using it at first, and then B, to check his age before he leaves with the alcohol, even though that he would have had his ID checked up at the counter when he brought the alcohol in the first place. But here's a clip.
Talking and listen.
I'm allowed to record whatever I want.
No, you cannot.
Yes, I can. I can record wherever I want. What are you talking about?
Just stop.
All right, go ahead.
Why are you in the cart?
Look at my knee, man.
Okay,
I explained
see
to
your
him.
knee.
And it hurts.
Okay.
Are we supposed to give an explanation for why he's in the car?
Did you have somebody who was standing on the back of it?
Okay, I didn't realize that though. But I paid for my stuff.
When
I don't steal. And second of all, I wouldn't be on the car if I didn't need it. And I'm not doing anything.
Where's your car?
It's outside.
Where?
In the parking lot.
That side or this side?
I'm using the restroom, ma'am.
Okay. I'll wait and I'll help you.
Can I have my ID? Like, there's no need for you guys to do this stuff. You realize this is like weird.
Okay.
Because I paid for my things. No, I paid for my things. If these aren't able to be used by a person that
I'm not.
it makes absolutely no
Have I stopped you
sense.
from using it?
You just told me, you just checked me like if I'm stealing these things and I paid.
No.
And you saw my ID.
I'm checking your age.
You think the ma'am didn't check it when I wrote it?
How would he have been able to buy
them?
them?
It makes no sense, man. Honestly.
If he wasn't
The receipt is
21.
right there, and it needs to be scanned. So
That was so unnecessary.
yeah, you're just bothering me at this point. I have done nothing wrong.
Will you call Coach Malik?
Yeah, you should
I
call him
haven't done
actually.
anything. It makes no sense.
Bro, just go.
Let me know what your thoughts on this one are in the comments down below. I don't have much else to say. Here we have a charity that decided to set up out the front of a local Walmart to this guy, and he's come in to do his shopping with his wife, and he's seen this charity. Now, from what he has apparently researched, according to him, this charity is corrupt and is currently under investigation from the FTC. So he made his feelings known to the guy running the charity then and there, and then also has hung around whilst his wife's gone in to do the shopping to continue to voice his opinions every time someone comes up to donate. Anyway, after a bit, some complaints come through about him potentially disturbing the peace out the front, so one of the Walmart managers, I'm assuming, came out to talk to him about the matter, and here's that discussion now.
To not do any harassment type things.
I'm not harassing them.
But right now, you standing here doing that isn't right either. It's not.
Sure it is.
anymore-
It's freedom of speech, ma'am.
Yes, but-
I'm free to tell people that I think this is a corrupt organization. If they don't like it, they can call the police and have me removed. But I think you'll find that the police will say that not only do I have a right to video record in a normally public area, I also have a right to make my feelings known about this organization.
But as this being our store, we can also ask you to please go on and leave them, and I will do my part at researching what you complained about.
Ma'am, I
You have
deeply
to give me
appreciate that, and because you're going to...
I know how much.
ma'am, you see this lady's giving money to these guys, and it goes right into his pocket.
I know, but just as they came and they filled out their paperwork, you have to give me time to research it.
I will do
as
that,
much
ma'am.
as-
I will do that, ma'am. But let me explain something to
But
you.
a complaint was brought inside to the store that you're out here bothering them, and so I have to come and do my part and to at least say.
And I understand that, but you have to also understand that the Supreme Court ruled in Marsh versus the state of Alabama that any area that is normally open to the public, which is not inside your private area, I can make my feelings known. I do not lose my rights to freedom of speech, and I'm not stopping anybody, and I'm not blocking
I
anybody.
understand that, but I don't want to have to end up having to call the cops to have them ask you to leave.
Well, let me tell you something. As soon as my wife is done shopping, I'm going to be leaving anyway.
That's what I'm going to end up having
You
to
can
do.
go right ahead. Go right ahead. Because I'm not bothering them. I'm not even speaking to him. I'm not even talking to him anymore. I did make my feelings known, but I'm not even speaking to him. I'm speaking to folks as they pass by. And that is not harassment. I'm not chasing anybody. I'm not blocking anybody. I'm not speaking to him. So there's no harassment, ma'am. And I have it here on video. You're free to call the police. I'm protected by constitutional law to stand here and make my feelings known. I'm not using a bullhorn. I'm not stopping anybody. I'm just saying, as I see people putting money in the bucket, I'm saying you're giving money to a corrupt organization that is under investigation by the FTC. That's all I'm doing. And there's nothing illegal. If you think you can call the cops and have me removed, and by the way, I don't enjoy doing this. You're not going to find me to be a guy who goes on YouTube and posts videos of this kind of stuff or looks to create harassment. These guys are stealing money from veterans, and I'm a veteran, and I find it personally offensive.
I understand.
And so, please, if you want to call the police, and I deeply respect you, Leona, and I deeply respect you taking my complaint, but I feel an obligation to protect people and keeping their hard-earned money in their pockets and not giving it to these guys.
As coming to voice, like I said, you came in.
But it doesn't stop the immediacy of my concern, which is people are donating money now.
I understand.
And so I am exercising my constitutional rights. If you want to call the police, like I said, my wife is shopping here. If you want to call the police, if you think that they're going to have me removed before my wife comes out with her shopping, then you go right ahead, because I'll explain to the police the same thing I've explained to you. I'm standing well out of the way. You can't deny that.
No,
I'm not blocking anybody.
And you're not blocking
I'm not chasing anybody.
But the thing is if we don't want you out here hollering at the customers because
Ma'am, you see that parking lot? You see that parking lot right there? That's an area that's normally open to the public. You can ask me to remove myself from this sidewalk. I will step right over there.
Okay, if somebody is causing a disturbance in our parking lot right there, we also have the right
I'm
to
not
ask
causing a disturbance, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm not causing a disturbance. I'm making.
If they're coming
this is
in
free
and
speech.
complaining to me, it is a disturbance, sir.
Let me explain something to you.
If they come in and they're complaining, or a customer even came in and said that there was a gentleman out here hollering at people as they walked past the ones trying to collect money at the doors, that is a disturbance. That's a disturbance to our customers.
You might think that's a disturbance, but protection of freedoms of speech exists precisely to protect speech that we find unpopular. Popular speech, by its very definition, needs no such protection. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out in the parking lot. I'm going to make sure that I'm not blocking anybody. And as people donate money, I'm going to make my feelings known. If you wish to call the police, you go right ahead and do it.
That was honestly one heavy discussion to really just mull over for a little bit there. Considering, like, yeah, I get it. If this is genuinely one of those charities that are corrupt, and in most cases it tends to be a very common thing, especially in America. I've noticed that a good chunk of charities tend to be more corrupt than not in one way or another. Then I can get behind his movement here. But at the same time, it's there's a certain way to do it. I don't know. It's difficult, to be completely honest. And yeah, you've got the freedom of speech stuff there that you are, in theory, allowed to say whatever you want as long as you're not personally harming someone. And if he's really just saying, hey, I believe this is corrupt, I don't think it's a good idea for you to donate to them because it will just go to this guy's pocket, then yeah, that's a fair statement to say. Yeah, it might be annoying to the guy who's trying to run the charity, and yeah, other people who don't care about what the guy's saying will have issues with him potentially disturbing the peace, but I can also get behind the message if that is true. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts in the comments down below?